Dr. Potts, my pets have spots. This is a fun book to read because a lot of the words rhyme, so it's easy to figure out unknown words, and the pictures really support the text, so I can use the pictures if I don't know a word. Enjoy the book. Dr. Potts, my pets have spots. Written by Rod Hull. Illustrated by Miriam Latimer. Mr. Betts, who had lots of pets, went in a panic one day to the vet's. The vet, whose name was Dr. Potts, listened and said, "You have got lots and lots of pets. What's wrong with them, Mr. Betts?" Poor Betts sighed. "Oh, Dr. Potts, my pets have all got lots of spots. A spotty fish, a spotty cat, a spotty snake, a spotty rat, a spotty rabbit, a spotty frog, a spotty canary, a spotty dog." Dear me," said Dr. Potts, and searched through her book till she came to spots. Now, strawberries suffer from botrytis. It seems your pets have spottyitis. Spottyitis? Is that bad? Poor Mr. Betts was feeling sad. I Googled botrytis, and it really is a thing. It's a fungus that attacks plants, so strawberries really can get botrytis. So now, do you think that there really is a thing called spottyitis that pets could get? Or do you think that the author was just trying to make a rhyme? If you said just make a rhyme, you're correct. Nothing bad that I can't cure, though Dr. Potts was not quite sure. She thought of pills, or perhaps a lotion, but decided on a special potion. She mixed it up behind a screen and returned with a medicine that was bright green. "Give them this 3 times a day. That should take the spots away." So Mr. Betts, feeling quite assured, was convinced his pets would soon be cured. He followed the instructions to the letter and wished and hoped his pets would get better. The spots went away, which was a surprise, but Mr. Betts couldn't believe his eyes. He looked at his pets and shouted, "Yikes!" If someone yells, "Yikes!" I don't think that's a very good thing. What do you think happened that he would yell, "Yikes"? Turn the page to find out. No more spots. They were covered in stripes. Off at once, back to the vet's, ran an angry Mr. Betts. "Stripes?" said a startled Dr. Potts. "You mean they've got stripes instead of spots?" "That's what I said," said Mr. Betts. "Now I'm the owner of stripy pets. A stripy fish, a stripy cat, a stripy snake, a stripy rat, a stripy rabbit, a stripy frog, a stripy canary, a stripy dog." It was obvious something had gone wrong. Perhaps the green stuff was much too strong. "Aha," said the vet. "I know what to do. Green's no good. Give them this. It's blue." With the blue medicine, Mr. Betts went away. But you'll never guess what? He was back the next day. "Hello," Dr. Potts said. "Did that do the trick? Tell me your pets are no longer sick." "Well," began Betts as he faced Dr. Potts, "the green stuff you gave me got rid of the spots, but gave them a bad case of stripes instead. So I gave them the blue stuff, just like you said. The stripes went away, but it's worse than I feared. Now each of my pets has grown a beard." A bearded fish, a bearded cat, a bearded snake, a bearded rat, a bearded rabbit, a bearded frog, a bearded canary, a bearded dog. "Aha!" easy to cure, my good fellow. Give them this twice a day. It's yellow." So once again, Mr. Betts went away. And once again, he was back the next day. "The green stuff you gave me," he said, "Dr. Potts, was quite successful. It got rid of the spots, but gave them a bad case of stripes instead. So I gave them the blue stuff, just as you said. Then, as you saw, the stripes disappeared, but left all my pets with very long beards. So I gave them the yellow stuff, and by, the beards went away, but they started to cry. A crying fish, a crying cat, a sobbing snake, a sobbing rat, a weeping rabbit, a weeping frog, a wailing canary, a wailing dog." I like how the author used synonyms to describe each pet. Crying, sobbing, weeping, and wailing all mean the same thing. Words that mean the same thing are called synonyms. Goodness me! Dr. Potts was worried. Again behind the screen she hurried. There she thought and scratched her head and chose a medicine that was bright red. Poor Mr. Betts, he gave a sigh. Anything was worth a try. Can you use the picture to infer or figure out why the vet's office is flooding? Taking the medicine, he ran from the vet's, but back the next day came Mr. Betts. Dr. Potts was getting vexed and wondering what would happen next. I'm going to use the picture and what I know from the story to figure out why Dr. Potts was feeling vexed. I'm not sure of vexed, but I think that since Mr. Betts keeps coming back and she can't figure out a cure, and she's pulling on her hair, that vexed must mean frustrated. Mr. Betts looked a sorry sight, as if he had been up all night. "Did it work, Mr. Betts?" the vet inquired. "Did it give you the results that you desired?" "Well, the green stuff you gave me, Dr. Potts, worked a treat. No more spots. But as you know, they got stripes instead. So I gave them the blue stuff, like you said. No more stripes, but rather weird. All my pets grew a very long beard. So I gave them the yellow stuff to try, and all my pets began to cry. Next was the red stuff and, no surprise, they stopped crying at once. But they've shrunk in size. A very small fish, a very small cat, a little snake, a little rat, a minute rabbit, a minute frog, a tiny canary, a tiny dog." The author's teaching us synonyms again. Instead of just saying small all the time, you can use the words small, little, minute, and tiny because they all mean the same thing. They're synonyms. "Then we've won, Mr. Betts. Oh, how splendid. We'll start from scratch. Your troubles have ended. Your pets are precious. I know you need them. Now all you have to do is feed them." A whole week passed, and then at last, hurrying, scurrying into the vet's, came a delighted Mr. Betts. Gone were the spots, the stripes, and the beards. Gone were the weeping and wailing and tears. Grinning and beaming, Mr. Betts was proud to show off his healthy pets. Happy now, he rides the streets and tells each passer-by that he meets, "I've got a healthy fish, a healthy cat, a healthy snake, a healthy rat, a healthy rabbit, a healthy frog, a healthy canary, a healthy dog." I like this story because Dr. Potts was persistent until she found a cure for the animals. She didn't get the cure right the first, second, or even the third time, but she didn't give up. She kept going. She was persistent until she was able to cure those animals. I also like it because it was a great example of synonyms. It taught us the author used the same, instead of using the same words over and over again, you use words that mean about the same thing to make the story more interesting. I hope that you have a great day.